Hi YouTube. Today we're going to take a little look a bit deeper into the horizontal aspects of the spinning, just so that you can get to grips with like how your fingers work when you're starting with horizontals, and then eventually it'll all sort of flow naturally. Okay, so if you've watched my other videos on YouTube, you'll hear me talk a lot about centrifugal force, which is obviously very important in any kind of spinning aspect. But of course there's another force working on the nunchucks the whole time, and that's gravity. And of course in the verticals you manipulate gravity, you use it to your advantage, but in the horizontals you're really fighting against it. So the whole time you need to keep up the momentum so that the velocity of the spin stops it from rolling down your arm and clonking you in the face. Alright? So to start off with, I'd like you to hold the nunchucks between these two fingers, like so. If you've got a shorter chain, you might find it easier to hold it between your index finger and your middle finger. But with a chain this length or any longer, I'd like you to sort of get used to it in the middle. And just flick both ends over your wrist. Okay, so you'll see one end flicks over and then the other follows. And this one, the lead we'll call it, goes underneath and then the follower follows. So lead, follow, lead, follow. You see that? As I say, I can't really slow it down because if I do it'll drop out of the sky. The way that I'm controlling it is essentially just with these two fingers. I can take the rest of my hand away. In fact, I can do it with just one, and that there is the centrifugal force acting upon my finger. Okay, so once you've got this action, what can you do with it? Well, the first thing you can do is roll them. So, like a wrist roll, you can flick it round between your fingers, like that. Just like a horizontal wrist roll. Okay? Same thing. I don't know how much of this is actually going to be helpful. Okay, if it's the next stage that you're worrying about, sorry, I'll just tighten up my chain. If it's the next stage that you're worrying about, one goes over, one goes under, and it's always the same one. Okay, so if we'll call it if we're calling this the right and this the left, then the right's going to go over because that's where it is. If you see that, as I flick my wrist, it just naturally goes over. It can't go under. See what I mean? It can only go over. Right, now this one has a choice depending on how you hold it. So I'm going to keep that one round the front, like so. And they cross, don't they? You see? The one that's going over my wrist is at the back there, and then the front there. Okay? Back, front. So that's, again, it's still leading the move. You don't need to worry about that. So that is essentially gravity. You're not really using centrifuge anymore at all once you get to that stage. How can I describe what my fingers are doing here? They're just holding it in place. Look, again, I can do it with just one finger, or as many as can fit in the gap between. It's to do with this section. So the reason that I hold one side of it is because this front bit's just doing that. That's all it's doing. It's really simple. This back one, as I said, is going round the front, up, round the back, over, round the front, down, sorry, round the back, over. It's doing the work. So once you've got it going, you can essentially. And what I've been working on, I'll just show you as a bonus. I've not got it yet, but it's possible. Is once you've got it going, you can throw it and catch it and carry on. Well, you can. Like that. I've noticed that when I do that, and I haven't quite worked out why, but when I do the throw and catch, the momentum wants to take me sideways, and I'm not sure how to control that yet. So, as I said, I'm still working on it. But it's a nice little trick, and I'm glad you're all showing interest. If there's any more questions that I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. I'm sorry if this didn't help. I'm sort of struggling. I haven't got a tripod or anything like that, so just let me know what it is that's wrong with this tutorial and I'll send another one. Have a good day.